video. It's March 17th. I'm down at the Trinity River. This thing is wide, man. I'd love to be over there in that bedrock and search for some gold. I'm gonna head on down the river. There's a couple spots I want to get a couple videos of where it goes through some canyons. Pretty up here. Way up on top of those mountains the Trinity used to run. They mined up on some of those places. But tons of gold in this river, man. I've heard them pulling out $100,000 worth of gold in one little spot. Dredgers over a summer's time. Some little birds down there at the beach. It's a nice looking beach. This river has so much gold in it that I got articles that all through these areas, the miners in the old days used to get $5 to $10 a day, which was a quarter to half ounce, and in a lot of places a lot more. So let me head on down river. Another video. It's March 17th down here at the Trinity River. Look at this thing. That's a lot of water. Look at that creek over there on the other side. Coming down even. Tremendous amount of water. This is the spot I was at last year. I was down here gold mining around these rocks. Looks pretty awesome. I'm gonna head down river some more though. That'd be fun to go through there in a raft. Now right over there you see the water that's getting out of the current. That's your dredging spot right there. Right where that eddy's going around in a circle. Pretty awesome. Another video. March 17th. I'm down at the Trinity River. Look at this spot here. Now those are some rapids right there, buddy. Pretty awesome. Mighty force of the river. I'm gonna head up to two other rivers to see what they look like. Some real good rivers. They got a lot of gold on them. This river here has so much gold they'll never get it all. I've heard of people getting $100,000 worth of gold in one summer dredging. They got down to bedrock back in the old days. Video. I'm at a little camping spot in Helena. My buddy had his camper here and was gold mining. He's got a claim over there. Sometimes he stays here for 3 months. Anyways, last summer I found this and wanted to do a video of it. They hydrauliced up here above, you can't tell. But this is an old sluice they had. See these little spikes? And you can see, see this. There's the riffle bars. See the riffle bars? And I guess they had, the sluice was here, and they used to keep a lock on it so the miners couldn't open it up and get the gold. And they were sluicing this hillside up here. But I thought that was pretty interesting little ancient thing that I'd found. I'm at Helena. Here's the old buildings. This is actually the town. You can see these buildings here. This, I think, was a beer where they had their beer, wine, or a brewery. And then there's it. All right, Bob. How's the wood carving business? I seen that one bear you started on where his head's popping out of the logs.
Yeah, my son started.
Oh, your son started doing that? Yeah. You ever do any dogs? I think you did the Sasquatch one time, didn't you? Yeah. McKinleyville?
Yeah, I'm starting another one. I think I got it too tall.
This video, I'm down at the creek. I used to be an old miner's cabin. Look at some of these holes. I'd like to get my hook and snorkel device and get down in some of these holes. This is the creek I've been looking at for snorkeling and getting gold, because this thing just rip-roars down here, and I've been told over the years there's tons of gold through here. These little gravel bars like behind that rock, there's probably a couple pounds of gold in that thing. But anyways, I'm going to go further up. It's just awesome to see the creek running like this. Do another video. Here's the Trinity Alps. I'm gonna head up here to the next bridge. It's just real gorgeous up here. Video, here's a water pipe. You see how it goes up the hill. They probably ran this thing for miles. Just unbelievable the amount of work these guys did. I just can't fathom. This is that's pretty damn solid. I might follow that back when I get time. Going up here a ways, there's 3 or 4 little gulches with water coming down, and I kind of want to follow them up, see what these guys would do. Look at these clamps. There's actually water dripping out of it. But they'd run these damn pipes for miles. These are probably original boards. This is probably an operation from the Depression days. And that's probably runs back there a couple miles to Gulch that has some good water. What they'd do is they'd run these things down here. Apparently this thing's going across the road. Sometimes they'd run them. Here it is. Look at it, it's going. And they'd run them all the way across the damn creek to hydraulic the other sides of the creek. You know? Just totally amazing. But here's somebody's mining claim. I'm going to go up to a spot I know about just to drive up. I was thinking about testing it out for some, but I just wanted to show you one of these mining operations. And that that pipe I was just showing you, it probably went across this creek, and it had such a good elevation. They used it for mining, like I was just saying, the other side of the creek. Now look what I just seen. All these cobbles over there. It's an inside corner, and you can see the amount of work. See how there's just stacks and stacks. They'd run little channels through there with their sluice boxes. So this whole thing, and just a tremendous amount of work they did. Not just laying the pipe, but just to mine this inside bar. And there's probably still pounds and pounds of gold over in this channel. However they did it, I'm not sure. But anyways, I just wanted to shoot that video. And then I noticed, make sure my lights are off. Looks like my back light's on. Yeah, don't want a dead battery. I just noticed this over here. Looks like it's a pretty good creek coming down from the other side. I don't see a lot of cobbles or bedrock. Sometimes when the creek is Let's see. Someone was up here cutting some firewood. But you see how you don't see any cobbles back in here? So this probably ain't a good spot. And what happens is when the inside turns on the other side of the creek, that's where the gold deposit is. It ain't, even if there's a high bench on this side of the road, which usually there isn't, because the creek never ran up there. But down where that pipe was, I noticed cobbles on the other side of the road. So the creek snakes back and forth and lays the gold down on all the inside corners. Beautiful day. I'm going to go to this one last spot. Quick video. I'm up here above the road in one of these flat bowl areas that the river used to run, and the miners figured out that any of these little bowls, they were sitting on bedrock, and they deposited a lot of gold. They quickly learned that as they mined up and down these rivers. I found this last summer, and I'm quite a ways above the road, which the road is quite a ways above the river. See all these cobbles, and you see those red cliffs up there. They hydraulic those, and a lot of metal detecting guys come up here, and they find these spots and find a lot of nice nuggets. But I'm always looking for when there's water back in here. If I can find water, like I do believe there's water. That's what I'm searching for. After it rains, I can come back in here and mine. These guys did these cutouts, and they hydraulicked them. Pretty crazy. See all these cobbles? So, here's a channel they must have cut to sluice. Be hard to kind of get down there to pan. Looks like it's fairly deep. Full of logs. This probably ain't an ideal spot, but if you got a lot of water, like there is quite a bit here, you can pump it out and set up a high banker. But this doesn't look like I didn't really investigate it last summer. Look, as far as you can see, there's cobbles. See how they're stacked here? Chinese, that's usually an indication the Chinese did it. All these are stacked. Just a tremendous amount of work, you know, but these guys would work for 50 cents, $1 a day. Look at you. When you start seeing bigger boulders like this, that means chunkier gold. Wow, I don't think I've been back here this far. Look at that. Now this is definitely a bowl. Sitting up on the bedrock, way, way above. Let's see if I still got water. I see a little trickle. Like they must have got a lot of gold out of this little spot. Oh yeah, there's some water I could pan in. Well, I ain't got time to do too much back here today. Somebody stepped on this and messed it around. But yeah, they dredged these all out of these big cliffs up here. Sometimes these places, people don't even know about them, and they're long forgotten. See, these are all stacked right there. Got some swampy looking water down there, but on the way down the road I noticed a whole bunch of little creeks running down across the road. See those big red cliffs? That's what they hydrauliced them out of. God, these things are big, huge. Can't even see these guys moving a lot of these things. Sometimes they just washed them out and they fell here and they washed the shit out of them and had a damn sluice somewhere. They were able to run the rocks into it. But yeah, this is one of these bowls. It's way, this thing is thousands and thousands of feet above the current river channel. Here's a bottle. I doubt it's very old. But these are some good sized rocks. Okay, I'm going to stop this video.